Hey Commanders fans, get ready, because today we have exclusive news about our team, and you can't miss a single detail. So take advantage and subscribe to the channel, activate the bell to receive everything firsthand, and of course, leave a like to strengthen our support and show that there are only true fans here. Our commitment is to always bring you the latest updates, news, and everything that goes on behind the scenes at Commanders. So without further ado, let's check out today's news. Commanders could trade a 2,000-yard receiver. Despite the Terry McLaurin rumors, there's still a chance the Washington Commanders could trade wide receiver Noah Brown. While the Commanders have been buyers this offseason, Bleacher Report believes it may be time to trade some talent, including Brown, who just signed a one-year contract extension to stay with the team. The Commanders likely found their long-term player in McLaren and traded for Deebo Samuel, as long as Samuel could perform up to par, and they could negotiate a new deal for McLaren. Either way, the team drafted Jalen Lane and brought back KJ Osborne, making Brown virtually expendable this upcoming season. Originally selected in the 7th round of the 2017 NFL Draft, the former Ohio State wideout left the Cowboys last offseason to join head coach Dan Quinn in Washington to build a new culture. While things have been phenomenal for the Commanders, the same can't be said for Brown. Despite his flashes of brilliance, including the Hail Mary miracle catch in a loss to the Chicago Bears, the wide receiver has missed some time this season, so the biggest question is how reliable he can be. Brown won't get the best offers from these teams, but a change of scenery could be what he needs to thrive, as at least a WR4 and salvage another unit of weapons. Rumor: Commanders could trade 2,000-yard guard Noah Brown. Potential destination: New Orleans. Saints following the retirement of Derek Carr. The New Orleans Saints need all the weapons in the world to help out Tyler Show or Spencer Rattler. Despite signing Brandon Cooks this offseason, he's past his prime and could use a long-term safety option like Brown. The Saints plan to keep Chris Olave, but Rashid Shaheed is entering a contract year, so it will be interesting to see how that wide receiver unit performs if they acquire Brown in a potential trade. Trade proposal sees Raiders sign 29-year-old All-Pro receiver who needs a new contract. The Las Vegas Raiders have some interesting pieces on offense, including running back Ashton Jeanty, tight end Brock Bowers, and wide receiver Jacoby Myers. However, the team still lacks a proven starting wide receiver. Myers is a great option at the number 2 position, but the Raiders have room for improvement, and there could be an attractive option available. There is some drama brewing between All-Pro wide receiver Terry McLaurin and the Washington Commanders. He has been one of the most consistent wide receivers in the NFL, having racked up 5 consecutive seasons with 1,000-plus receiving yards. The problem for him is that his contract is expiring, and he believes he has earned another one. It's easy to see why. He had 1,096 receiving yards last season, along with 13 touchdowns, and was named a second-team All-Pro. He's been a big part of rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels' success. The Commanders traded wide receiver Deebo Samuel this offseason, and offensive tackle Laramie Tunsil, who also needs a new contract. They may not have the money to afford a big contract extension for McLaurin at this point. That's where the Raiders could come in. The team still has $36 million in cap space, so they could afford to pay McLaurin outright. The only potential problem is that McLaurin is very valuable to the Commanders, so it would be expensive to sign him. A deal that sends a 2026 second-round pick and tight end Michael Mayer to Washington in exchange for the star wide receiver could make sense for both sides. The Commanders get a valuable draft pick and a former second-round tight end, and the Raiders get a true number 1 wide receiver. Commanders and McLaurin are not in a good place. The Commanders should be highly motivated to re-sign McLaurin. That said, things don't look promising at the moment, according to Sports Illustrated's Albert Breer. "I don't think I'm in a great place right now," Breer told 106.7. The Fan in Washington, D.C. "If you ask me where it is, and I think it's kind of I hate to say it's the normal course of things, but I think to some extent these things get shaky, and I think they've gotten shakier as the market has exploded over the last couple of years, with the cap going up as fast as it has. So if you were Terry McLaurin, I think you'd look at that and say, don't even give me anything that doesn't start with 3. McLaurin could seek $30 million per year. Wide receivers are making a lot of money these days, so McLaurin's average annual salary of $22.78 million represents a significant discount. According to Breer, McLaurin is likely looking to earn more than $30 million per year going forward. NFL Trade Idea features bold trade between Commanders and Jets. Will the Washington Commanders be forced to part with veteran wide receiver Terry McLaurin? The situation could get worse, but the organization is certainly not there yet. McLaurin's status for Washington's mandatory minicamp is currently unknown. In a few days, the Commanders will begin work and hope to reunite McLaurin with their star quarterback, Jayden Daniels. But a new contract agreement may be needed for McLaurin to don the Commander helmet again. Recent reports out of Washington, D.C., suggest that the veteran wideout remains frustrated with the lack of movement toward a contract extension as he enters his contract year. If the Commanders find themselves in a situation to potentially trade McLaurin, a list of can't-refuse trades compiled by Bleacher Report suggests there could be a real path for Washington to sign New York Jets running back Breece Hall. What could the Jets give up? In this scenario, New York is giving up a 2026 second-round pick and the veteran running back, who was selected in the second round of the 2022 NFL Draft out of Iowa State. The Jets are looking to reset their franchise in 2025 with a new head coach in Aaron Glenn and a new quarterback in Justin Fields. Christopher Knox writes, "Getting off to a fast start would help Glenn and Fields, and signing McLaurin could help New York do that. Is it as simple as moving on from McLaurin and heading to Washington?" Unfortunately, McLaurin isn't the only player parting ways in this deal. The Commanders would be parting ways with Austin Ekeler, along with a 2025 fifth-round pick. The idea is that Washington can avoid the drama that could come with not reaching an extension with McLaurin while keeping the backfield strong and rejuvenated. Next season, they'll have an additional chance to sign a productive rookie with high potential in the second round. In his first season with the Commanders, Ekeler played in 12 games and rushed for 367 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also caught 35 passes for 366 yards. As for Hall, he had 209 carries for 876 yards and 4 touchdowns, while also catching 57 passes for 483 yards and 3 touchdowns. Washington's backfield would certainly see a boost in that scenario, but losing an all-pro wideout who was a key weapon for young Jayden Daniels last season could be tough to overcome. Ultimately, Washington isn't likely to drag this out for much longer. McLaurin has been productive for the Commanders since taking over in 2019 and has earned a sizable payday. The expectation is that McLaurin and the Commanders can deliver.